All praise to the Most High Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Earthly Mother, sanctifying Yahweh Shai, the Holy Son. Honor and respect to the chosen and the grafted. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, welcome to another study of chapter 2 of the book of Lamech of Cain. Today is September 26, 2020. It's currently 9:31 a.m. So let us move in with chapter 2. I'm trying to make each lesson an hour or less. But I like to ramble and stuff. I don't have any notes. I just read this thing and then whatever is beaming those information in my head, I just go ahead and look for them. So, all right, let's continue. Chapter 2, Lamech's youth. And the roads and path, make sure that thing record first. Here we go. And the roads and paths were such as no fowl knew, nor had vultures seen them. And upon this path, one could meet man, giant, or son of God. Remember, those what you're calling giants were son of God were the Nephilim. Okay, those are the Nephilim. Okay, those are the fallen angels. Okay, those are the giants were the sun. So the Nephilim will come down and have sexual intercourse with the children of Cain and the children of Seth. Okay, so it's in Genesis. We'll go back to that. So let's read and oh yes, for this time when sons of God came and mingled with the mark descended of Cain and the line of Seth. Mingled, let's look at that word. I can't look it up right here, but those are the Nephilim, aka the son of God, the angels that make the take the oath. Family, this is very, very important. Those angels took an oath in the book of Enoch. All right. Let's see what we were looking for again. Mingle, the definition of the word mingle. Oh, mingle singles, you already know. All right. Mingle, mix or cause to mix together. Mix, the sounds of voice mingle with the crap. So with scrapping of chairs, my apology. Mingle, to mix, blend, intermingle, commingle, intermix, interwaves. They came in intermix with the line of Seth and the line of Cain. Move freely around a place or social function associated with others. Overt apparative. There was a chance to mingle with friends and old friends. So they were around and be friends, sexual intercourse. That's what it meant. Similar, socialize, circulate, fraternize, rub shoulders. I wonder what else they were rubbing back in the day, man. So anyway, so the angels, the fallen angels, you know what? Let's see if we can get the book of Enoch. Let me pause that right quick so we can read where the angel said, hey man, let's do this. I'm afraid that you might not want to do this hash with me, man. Let's go bang those women. All right, let's see if we can get that. All right, it took me a while, but this is the book of Enoch. This is a great website, Sacred Texts. This is a great website. I did a lot of research. I've been doing research on this website for the past 10 years. So this is the book of Enoch, chapter 6. It might read different in yours, but in chapter 6, that's when the angels came in. And it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied in those days, and were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. Comely mean, well favored, thick women, beautiful. And the angels, the children of the heavens, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, come, let us choose wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Simjazer, who was their leader, or Samjaza, but it's Samjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of this great sin. So they knew if they did this, they're going to pay. They're like, fuck it, man. We don't give a F. We're going to do what we have to do to those women, and then we'll suffer the thing together. And they all answer, not some of them, they all answer him and say, let us swear an oath, people. Brother Big Judah went into this. Brother Sabal Nabaya went to this. Aldeayil went to this. A lot of brothers went to an oath. Let us all swear an oath and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swear they all together and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were, and all 200 would descend in the days of Jared. Very, very, very important. Okay, remember, Jared, in the day of Jared was the son, the father of Enoch, the Enoch from Seth. Okay, in the day of Jared, that happened in the day of Enoch. Enoch, I think Enoch probably was already born. Okay, in the day of Jared. So from Seth to Enos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 5th generation, and then the angels start having sex with the children of men. So excuse me. So whoever was born in the time of Jared till Enoch, they were all giants and nonsense and stuff. So that's why the book of Lamech is Lamech of Cain right here. So all right, descendant of Cain and Lamech. All right, and there was no righteousness in the bloodline of Cain until the time of Lamech. There was none after. All right, next. Young Lamech questions creation. As a child, in the center of the city called Enoch, the first city of Enoch of Cain, that's the Enoch of Cain, not Enoch of Seth. Okay, Lamech questioned his father Methuselah, and that guy is evil, on the history of the earth. So as kids ask questions, they get curious. For young Lamech was distraught that there was no forgiveness for the marked bloodline of Cain. So Lamech was very distraught. He was like, God damn, there's nothing we can do, man, to get forgiveness. Why? What did our father do to deserve this, man? Our great grandfather. My God. Why we have all those sins coming upon us? Why we can't do anything? So, yes, okay. Forgive the bloodline of Cain. So Lamech asks, did God not say, let be light, and there was light? That's Genesis 1. Is it? Because Lamech was quoting the Bible. He started in the beginning. What? Probably 2. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth and everything in them. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the base of the waters. And God said, let it be light, and there was light. So Lamech was quoting Genesis 1:3. Remember, I told you people, even before the Bible was written, it was already a story. They all knew what's going to happen and everything. That's why in the book of Enoch, the hand, where is it? Excuse me. In the book of Enoch, chapter, see if we can get chapter 1. Previous. Let's go to chapter 1. Chapter 4. Chapter 1. Is it chapter 1 yet? Okay, chapter 1. Next. Chapter 1. That's why in the book of chapter 1, the Holy Great One will come from come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even in Mount Sinai, and appear from his camp, and appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake, and the great fear and trembling shall chase them in the earth of the end. So the judgment was already written in the beginning. This is old man Enoch, the son of Jared. Okay, that's not the Enoch of Cain. This is the Enoch of Seth. There's two Enochs. Okay, so the end, the Most High would the end and the beginning. All right. So Lamech asked, "Did not God say, 'Let there be light,' and there was light? Did God call the light day and the darkness night? Did God create the firmament and the mist of the waters, and divided the waters from the waters? Was there a firmament above? Was that firmament named by God be heaven?" So he was quoting the whole book of Genesis. And Methuselah then answered, "Nothing hovered above the face of the waters, and now sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you should rule over it." See how evil that son of a gun is? He said, nothing over above the face of the waters, and he technically tell Lamech, there's no God, man. Okay, because when you, there's no spirit. There's in Genesis 1, it says, "In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters." Okay, the Spirit of God. So God moved upon the face of waters. So he told the boy, nothing hovered above the face of the waters, and now sin lies at the door. Its desires for you, but you should rule over it. You should rule over the earth. There's no God. He told him straight up, man. But Lamech, no, there is God. And Lamech asked, "And who did my ancestor Cain take from Nod as wife, that she conceived and bore Enoch? What is the name of this woman from Cain met?" Okay, in Genesis, I think Genesis 4, let's see if we can get that. Genesis 4:8. We'll see if we get the right thing. "And Abel his brother came to pass, doing the no punishment greater pass, should kill him not." Here we go. Genesis 4:16. "And Cain went out of the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on East Eden." And Cain, if you want to know about Nod and stuff, there's a brother, he made a lesson, I forgot his name, I'll look it up later. He made a lesson about the priest of Mahan and the Book of Mormon and the sealed Book of Mormon, the sealed Book of Moses. People, oh boy. Nod was actually the son, in the book, in those books, Nod was actually the son of Adam and Eve. Before Adam and Eve, before Cain and Abel was born, there was a lot of people that was born from Adam and Eve. There was like a lot, millions of people. It's crazy. It's crazy, people. But there's two specific bloodline, Cain and Abel, just like a two specific bloodline, Esau and Jacob, or Esau and Jacob and Jacob. So Cain and Abel were two specific bloodline. The other rest, the Lord did not acknowledge them. So, and Cain went out the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. So Lamech was quoting the Genesis 4:17. He asked, "Who did my ancestor Cain take from Nod as a wife, that she conceived and bore Enoch? Was it the name of this woman Cain met?" What's her name? What was her name? In the book of Adam and Eve, Cain's wife was actually Cain's sister. Cain was born with a twin sister. And let's see if we can pull up the name of that sister. Okay, this is Lamech right here, and then whatever. You know what that is. Cain twin sister name. I think Lulua. Okay, Lulua, and Abel's sister was Alua or something like that. Lulua, also Alcima. Lulua. So they have like, stuff. So, Lulu was black, but that's the woman we can find. We'll take her. Excuse me. So Lulua. Oh, this picture moved. Man, I don't want to get strike. Damn it. Oh, that's from that thing, Lucifer. So Lulua was the name. That's according to the book of Adam and Eve. But to the book of Mormon, I haven't studied that yet. But for the sake of this study, for this lesson, we're gonna say Lulua. So he didn't know the name of that woman that his forefather, great father, find in the land of Nod. So, well, we gotta study the book of Mormon to find out what the hell is going on. Let's say we are as confused as Lamech right there. Okay, and Methuselah stretched forth his hand towards the people of the city of Enoch, said, "Who is my mother and who is my brethren? Behold, my mother and my brethren, and behold, those that surrounded them were in the hundreds with marked skin." So Methuselah, he's avoiding the question. He said, "You want to know who's your mother?" And then he stretches and he says, "You see, all those people over here, they're all your mother and they're all your brothers. They're all your people. And behold, those that surrounding them and the hundred of mark Cain." So say all those people bear the mark of Cain. So you already know the mark of Cain. Oops, here we go. The mark of Cain. Okay, this is the mark of Cain. They all look like this. In the movie Prometheus, let's see. Oops. Oh boy. In the movie Prometheus, Prometheus engineer people, they were destroying, and those were the people living in the city. People, this is just an example. Those are the descendant of Cain. Okay, they were in the city, and then this dude came in and destroyed them. So those are the people that bear the mark of Cain. I was wishing. You see, the name of the alien, it's Covenant. They made a covenant. Remember, this movie is not about alien and all that. It's about Cain bloodline, and the Bible and stuff like that. So those are the descendant of Cain. That was the city of Enoch, so to speak. People, I'm not saying this is a example that I'm saying. So when Methuselah stretches and he says, "See, all those people, those are your people. Those are your brothers, mothers, sisters, cousins. Those are your people. They bear the mark. They bear the mark of Cain and stuff." And there you go. He said, "Those are your people." Well, what are you asking me for? He didn't want to tell. Okay, that's a great picture right there. He didn't want to tell Lamech who's their mother, but he just lied. Said like, "Nigga, if you want to know who is your mother and the brother, look at the city, man. You got the whole city. God damn it. They bear your same mark. Those are your brothers. Those are your sisters." So Lamech become frustrated. Okay. Young Lamech's frustration. Lamech become frustrated because he want to know the truth. He was frustrated with Methuselah. So And Lamech's question never brought about, so he never answered. Answer from Methuselah that satisfied, and as Lamech grew older, he became bitter in his soul. For Lamech knew that God did not smile upon him because his ancestor Cain and the mark for the strange. So Lamech knew for a fact that God did not like him and his ancestor because of the mark of Cain. He knew for a fact Cain did something horribly wrong, and there's no way he can repent from that. He tried to do. Lamech was actually I'll say the black sheep, probably the good one, in all of them. So Lamech was like, God damn, don't be fooled, man. Lamech was evil. He still is, because he is Master Mahan. All right, don't be fooled. Don't be having compassion and stuff. It's just like those people. The Lord is showing you, no matter what they do, no matter what they're trying to do, they try to repent, they are freaking evil. They were created like that. Even though they don't want to be evil, they are. At some point, they will be evil. That's like a freaking wild animal. You can domesticate that freaking bear from birth. You know, it's a freaking bear. At any moment, or that chimpanzee is going to rip your freaking face off. So that's what it is. It was made for that. So Lamech smiled upon God didn't smile upon him. God didn't have find favor in him. So because of the strange mark Cain bear, because of what Cain did, and then Cain was turning into this, and they took Cain middle, and once that's like when he made the covenant, the oath with the devil. So the Lord, he killed his brother Abel. He took his middle, and that's why his great son Lamech, this dude, was born like this. He bear his great grandfather mark, and all his descendant, all those people that come from him, they all bear the mark. Okay, they all bear the mark, and those are the children. This is just an example, people. It's not like exactly that's what it is. It's just an example. All right, so let's see where we were. And Lamech seeks the descendant of Seth. Now, Lamech know for a fact his people, God did not look upon them. God did not find favor in them. God don't want them. So he went and looked for the descendants of Seth, which the Lord, from the beginning, the Lord told the descendants of Seth, do not mix with the descendant of Cain. Don't be with them. Stay away from them. Go live over there. That's why this descendant of Seth, I believe, from Jared. Let's see if I have that right. That's Genesis. No, boy. From the descendant of Seth, I think Seth, son Enos Kainan, Mahalalel, Jared. I think it's in the day of Jared. That's when I think before that, one of those dude was the builder of Atlantis. Okay, they had the knowledge. The knowledge was passed on to Adam, to Seth, Seth to Enos, Enos to Kainan, Kainan to Mahalalel, Mahalalel to Jared, which has a bunch of female angels gathering him, like on the movie Black Panther with the angel. All of those stuff come from the good book. So Jared has a bunch of female angels guarding him, being God. I forgot that book. I will search it. But Enoch become the king. Enoch ruled all over the earth. Enoch was like one of the founder of Atlantis. Okay, so there was a war between the descendant of Enoch and then the descendant of Lamech of Cain, the descendant of Cain. So there was a battle, nuclear battle. So this thing is crazy. So Atlantis was destroyed. So Enoch came in the fourth part, because Atlantis was like, you see those mass blue thing right here? There was a mass of land. Atlantis, remember, in the day of Peleg, that's when the world started divided. So in that time, in the time of Seth, Enos, Kainan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, and Lamech, and Noah, the earth was like a mass land. It wasn't separate. The whole mass land, just like you see right there, were all connected. Okay, the ocean, the water was in one part, and then the whole mass land was in one part. If you take the continent of Africa, you bring it to South America, it will connect. If you take all the land, it's like a giant puzzle. They all will connect. The land weren't divided yet. It was in the day of Peleg. So Atlantis, which is right here, let's take a look where Atlantis. That's like a little city in Atlantis. Here we go, Atlantis. Because all this part was underwater. Atlantis, which is right here, you can see the boat, the where they used to put the boat. Okay, all those, like, this is the boat shore, the boat thing. So this was you can still see some of the structures there. Roger ran into that. Boy, I think I don't want to drift it too far. So all this part, okay, this whole section was a part of Atlantis. Atlantis was quite big. Okay, so this is the fish and the desert and the freaking dragon right here. See all those parts that you see that it's like a desert? That was a sea there. That was water. And the day of Peleg, it was connected to it was connected all the way right here. Okay, therefore there is a lake over there in the Holy Land. This lake right here, let me put it straight. Okay, this lake close to Tomaso, Lake Azway, the legend said there's still part of Atlantis under this. There's like this was like a tunnel. This was how they call this again? In the not comic book, in the cartoon Futurama, there's a way of transportation into a tube. Those people used to go ahead and the tube would suck them up and then put them wherever the tube end. But the lake right here, it is said that the lake still have light at night. You can see light coming up from the lake and then go up to heaven, and light from heaven come down into the lake, vice versa. And the lake is located in Haiti, Hispaniola, Haiti, and stuff. So this lake, this old land was connected. All of them, Cuba, Jamaica, all of those lands were connected. It's during the day of Peleg, the Lord separate the earth, and then everything. The Lord made this land apart from the descendant of Shem, and the rest is over there. All right. I hope I made a good explanation. Yeah, that's what it is, man. When those things are beaming into my head, so I gotta do what I gotta do to explain stuff. So Lamech seeks the descendants of Seth, which is the good seed, the two seeds of Genesis. The seed of Seth was the good seed. As a young man, Lamech sought the descendant of Seth to learn how to worship the Lord, because Lamech want to do good, man. He didn't want to end up like his people, like his descendant, like his brothers and sisters. All the descendant of Seth, Jared, the father of Enoch, who was caught up, was the only one who would speak with Lamech. Because what happened is, okay, Jared, all of those guys were still alive. Seth was alive, Enos was alive, Cainan was alive, Mahalalel was alive, and all their children were alive. Nobody want to speak with Lamech, because Lamech has the mark of Cain. So the Lord told them, amen, don't meet those people are dangerous. But Lamech was humble. Lamech came and he said, I want to learn the way of the God. Jared told him straight up, he said, listen, man, you cannot worship the Lord. No matter what you do, it won't work. Lamech said, please, man, teach me. I know, but I just want to know. I just want to see if there's nothing I can do to save my children, my descendant, my people. I know what my father was done is wrong, but I wanna pay for what he did. So Lamech went to Jared was the father of Enoch, as you can see right here. Jared, the father of Enoch, which is the Seth descendant. Okay, I think that's what the time they were ruling in Atlantis. So I believe Lamech went to Atlantis, and then he tried to talk with Jared. So and nobody wanted to talk with Lamech because of what his forefather did. And Lamech went to Jared and he said, how can the Lord see favor in me? Lamech asked Jared, and Jared showed Lamech how to give praise and thanks and how to dress and burn sacrifice and please the Lord. People, all those stuff that you see in the Bible, those things were already existed. The Lord, when he created Adam with the law in him. He created Adam with goodness in him. When Adam ate the apple, it actually split Adam's seeds, make the good and the bad. All right. So Cain from the bad seed and Seth is from the good seed. So Jared was showing Lamech how to dress properly, okay, how to eat. Out there is animal that you should eat, then animal you should not eat. So Jared was teaching him how to worship the Lord, how to do the things that the Lord like, how to not sin in the face of this earth, how to burn sacrifice that please the Lord. Okay, and from time forward, Lamech prayed to the God of Adam, fervently in favor. But because of the mark of Cain upon him, the land he was in, God chose not to look at Lamech. He cursed. Because of what, people, this is very important right there. Because of what Cain did to Abel, God did not want to forgive Lamech. And Lamech begged for forgiveness. He praised the Lord. He did everything that he could with sincerity. He did not want to perish. He wanted to be like the children of Seth. He really wanted to be good. Just like some Edomite right there. They really don't want to be like all the Edomites, man. Some of the white folks out there, they really don't want to be part of that, what the legacy of white people, period. They will do anything just to get that curse off of themselves. But they can't. They can't, man. Some of the Edomites, let me get this straight. I'm not saying all of you Edomite cannot be saved. Some of you look white. You're not Edomites. You're probably another nation. You're probably one of us. You're probably Israelites. Okay, but the true Edomites, you got dark-skinned Edomites. They knew for a fact the fathers took the oath, they took the bag, there's nothing they can do. But Lamech, he tried his best. He tried his best right there. Okay? Lamech was worshiping the Lord, but because of what his forefather did, God chose not to look at Lamech. He chose not to he ignored him. Then Lamech did as much right as possibly within the corrupt land. He gazed upon the evil but did not participate in it. So Lamech become good. He used to be evil, killing, rape, rob, murdering and people. Ever since he went to Jared taught him how the Lord's work. He never did those things again. Every time he saw those things, he rebuked them. He tried to stay away. He tried to become good. All right? Lamech did not rape anymore. He didn't do any rape. He did not steal anymore. He stopped doing that. Lamech did not turn his body over to the spirits or giants for defilement. Oh boy. I must see how I can put this a little bit comfortable, a little bit understandable, comprehensible. Lamech started having sex with men. He started that gay stuff. He started giving his body to spirits. He started letting all those evil spirits upon him. And the giants, he started having sex with the giants, the son of man, the son of the watchers, the Nephilim, the sons of God. Well, you know what I mean. Okay, for defilement. Okay, the word defilement here, it means a lot of things, but defile. Alright, defile. Oh yeah. Sex. Sully, mar, or spoil. The land was defiled by previous owner. Spoil, sully, mar, impair, debase, degrade, polluted, poison, desecrate, profane, violated. violate the chastity of a woman. So Lamech stopped having sex with men because that was very prevalent. People, this is not the first time those things were happening. So Lamech stopped having sex with the spirits, all those evil spirits and all. Then he stopped defiling himself with the giants. He started having, well, the giants were women and men, but for every 100,000 giant men you find, one woman. That's why the giant become extinct, because most of them were men. Okay, and in the book, which we're going to read later on, in the book, the 100,000 giant war, there was one giant woman for every 100,000 giant, and that one giant woman, she belonged to the king. She's the queen. So the 999,000 other giants, you know what, they either they find other women, human women, or they do it themselves. And there's one very famous gay giant in the 100,000 giant war. That dude looked like a woman. That dude looked so much like a woman. When he walked in front of all the giants, the other giants get an erection because they thought he was like a beautiful woman. But he turned out to be a gay giant, a transgender. Man, those books are crazy. And it shows you what Ecclesiasticus says. There's nothing new under the sun, man. This giant was a transgender giant. We'll go into that whenever we have time, but I thought that would be like very informative for you to know. Anyway, Lamech did not rape and he did not steal. Lamech did not turn his body over to the spirit or giants for defilement. It will tell you later. Okay. Lamech would not enter the temples for pleasure or drink of any. So Lamech did not want to go to the whorehouse, the strip clubs. Lamech did not want to go to the places where they worship the other god and then drink, and then he stopped drinking. Okay, he stopped doing drugs. He become good. Okay, Lamech would not temples for pleasure or drink any of the potion that were offered to him. So the potions, like they make these, some back then you used to drink potion and then you turn into a dog, and then you go having sex with a dog. You will go, women do that too. They will turn into a dog, or they don't even have to turn into a dog. They will just have sex with dogs and donkeys and dinosaurs and all. Man, if you go into this book, you're like, oh good Lord. A lot were going back then. Portions that were offered to him, Lamech did not worship the sons of God, the Nephilim, as the others did. For the Son of God practices divination, spells, resurrection, zombies, bring people back to life that were unknown to Lamech, damnation. Okay, so I think we're going to stop there for chapter 2. And chapter 3, we're going to go to unveil the Rephaim and the Leviathan. Okay, the Rephaim were like one of the race of giant, but Lamech stopped doing those things, man. Which is good when you look at it, all right? Which is good because people, we'll go to the next lesson right here. You know what? Let me do this. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit, and then I'll continue the lesson in chapter 3 and upload it like, the way I did. So Lamech stopped doing a bunch of things, man. Lamech actually trying to become good because he realized, the things that he was doing was wrong, which he didn't know because Methuselah, his father, didn't want to tell him. Okay, so This is a very sad book, man, a very sad story. The man wanted to be good, but because of what your forefathers did, because of what your forefathers did, you could not be good. This is very sad right there because, boy, oh no, fit, that's good. It's very sad when you see this. The man while trying to be good, he start raping, he start stealing, killing, he start going to those places. He become a part. And can you imagine how lonely this man was when he was trying to approach the children of Seth, the children of Jared? Everybody run away from him because they know he has the mark, he bear the mark, and he was trying to be good. Can you imagine how messed up that was? If you watch the series called The Avatar: The Last Airbender, and everybody know who the Firebenders was, and Zuko, let's see if we can pull an image of him right here. And Zuko, this dude, he was a firebender, okay, and he was trying to be good, but nobody didn't want to give him a chance, okay. Nobody, they always run away from him because he bear the mark. You can see the mark on his face. He was a firebender, and he can firebend, and the firebender were evil. They were killing everybody. So, and because of what his forefather did, nobody want to give him a chance. They didn't want to be around him. Every time he go places, people would have, like, run away until he come up with the story to cover the mark. It's like, okay, well, a firebender did this to me. I'm not a firebender. I'm actually a normal person. That's a very sad story, man, but that's what it was. All right, people, I'll see you in chapter 3. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly mother, and sanctifying Yahweh Shai, the Holy Son. Shalom. Next lesson, I'll see you guys there.